What's up, YouTube? This is Majesty the Buyer. Today I wanted to go over a few key terms in retail. One of them is what does retail mean versus what does wholesale mean? So what is retail? Retail refers to the sale of services or goods in a way that the end user directly receives them. An example of a retail business is a department store. So patrons of a department store can enter the store and purchase goods directly in that store without relying on a third party. A retail business is one that distributes its final products directly to its customers. Most retail businesses sell a small number of services or goods, especially in comparison to wholesale companies. With that in mind, what is wholesale? So, wholesale or wholesalers are companies that sell goods or services to other businesses rather than the end user. For example, a company that sells fruit and vegetables to different grocery stores in the area is a wholesaler. Most wholesalers sell bulk products at a low price and offer the buyers of these products discounts the more they purchase. A wholesaler may simply sell goods to another company for direct sales to customers, or the wholesaler may also manufacture the goods up for sale. So with that information, here are some key differences between how retailers and wholesalers interact with the public or just in general with customers or consumers. So who purchases the goods or services is one key difference. Uh, a key difference between retail and wholesale is who purchases the goods up for sale. In a retail setting, the end user or the consumer is purchasing the product directly from the retail store. A wholesaler sells goods to other stores in the retail industry rather than the consumer. Retailers are business to consumer B2C companies. This means that the products offered by retailers are directly available for purchase by consumers. Wholesalers are B2B, business to business organizations. This means that the wholesaler sells goods to another business rather than to a single customer. The concern for the customer experience. So, another major difference between retailers and wholesalers is that retailers are significantly more concerned with the customer experience, whereas wholesalers typically are not. Many retail companies sell goods in a brick and mortar location, online, or both, and they work hard to ensure that their business presence attracts customers and compels them to make a purchase with the business. The retail company's physical presence, customer service, and marketing efforts all play a role in the customer experience. And retailers spend much of their time and money on ensuring these factors are effective. Wholesalers are typically not customer-facing entities, which means they don't directly interact with customers and are not a physical presence for customers. For this reason, wholesalers are far less concerned with the customer experience. When dealing with levels of competition, retailers often encounter much higher competition compared to wholesalers. There are often several similar retailers that offer the same or similar products, so retailers can act competitively to attract customers to their store rather than lose business to a competitor's retail offerings. For example, a customer may shop around at several stores before deciding which store to purchase from. Wholesalers tend to have less competition, whereas there are often hundreds or even thousands of similar retailers in an industry. There may only be a small number of wholesalers in that same industry. Because there are so many more retailers than there are wholesalers, wholesalers typically don't face the competitive issues that retailers do when finding companies that sell their goods. Price of goods sold. So, in general, retailers typically sell a product for a higher price than what they purchase it for from the wholesaler. Wholesalers typically offer their goods at a lower price when bought in bulk, allowing retailers to make a profit when selling these goods in their retail store. Wholesalers typically offer their products for a much lower price so their retailers can purchase these products in large quantities. Control over product. So retailers tend to have more control over their products regarding how to sell it, when to sell it, the price of sale, and where to sell them. Retailers often, also have the opportunity to directly interact with customers to gain feedback and insight into how the product is performing and its reception by customers. Wholesalers have less control over their product when it comes to when and how they sell them in a retail setting. This is because once a retailer has purchased goods from a wholesaler, the wholesaler no longer has a say in what is done with those goods. Number of expenses.